Hello friend, welcome back to Toyota Maintenance YouTube channel. Here you are looking with me on 2002 Toyota Tacoma two-wheel drive. This one has a 4-cylinder engine and 5-speed manual transmission. The reason it came to the shop yesterday was that the vehicle shakes and the steering shakes somewhere around 40 miles per hour. So it doesn't shake before and doesn't shake after that, just somewhere around there. There is a weird shake in it. And also the owner felt that the engine maybe, or the whole truck is kind of weaker. She has to shift suddenly in different times than before. So she was questioning if the engine is okay. So having a lift, I immediately put it on the lift right and start looking at the wheels and tires. I started rotating them to see possible bubble on it, right, on one of them, or see if they look okay, if any weights didn't fall off, and that will actually, right, cause that vibration. But none of that was showing except the front wheels, right, when I turned them, they were not turning. If I spin the rear one, right, it will keep turning a little bit for a while. The front ones, anytime you tried to turn that, it will immediately stop. Yet when it was on the ground, right, in the neutral, I could push the truck, that was not a problem. I also, when we did with the owner the test drive, I didn't feel any overheating on the front rims. So there was some drag in the front, not that the wheel will be not turning at all, but there was definitely drag, and when I tried to turn it, it stopped immediately. To see if any of the wheels or tires were out of balance, I switched the front with the rear wheels, right? And I went on the test drive. On the test drive, immediately I saw a difference. The shake in the car, it's a slight shake, not violent, but a shake in the car, and the steering moved. It wasn't there at 40 at all, and it moved to exactly 58 miles per hour. So I came back to the shop and got approval from the owner to look on the front brakes, and this is what I have found. I started here on the driver's side. I brought my tool, right, to see if I can move the piston. There's absolutely no way to press it back. There was a little tear here in that boot, dust boot, and I could see inside, right, looking inside, there was the rust. So this piston was definitely stuck. I can't move it at all. I couldn't. I put inside, right, they are hanging. This is the other one. I sprayed inside behind the boots, that penetrating oil, trying to release them, but after another hour, absolutely no chance to move those pistons, right, in those calipers. So unfortunately, I failed releasing them, and I will have to replace both brake calipers. Here you can see it outside of the vehicle. There was no way to push the pistons in. Even yesterday I tried a big head clamp, right? Something like that. It will just not move. So this needs to be replaced, right? I believe O'Reilly is on the way to bring me 2 new calipers. There is a core charge, so you have to return these in order to get a normal price for the caliper. Otherwise the core, it's up to like $40. So if you are doing it, buying new ones, take the old ones with you to the store. A few moments later, I replaced both front calipers, right, this entire assembly. I added new brake fluid. I bladder air from the system, right? It's all gone. The pedal in the vehicle, it's really hard, yet look, this is how it's supposed to be, right? And that's what it's supposed to be, right? You can hear the pads touching it, but it needs to rotate. How is the other side? Yep, look at it. That's what I'm talking about. Before, you couldn't move it. You moved it, but it stopped right away. Good. Truck is on the ground. You saw me using the torque stick on those lug nuts, but it doesn't matter. I will still go and make sure with this snap-on torque wrench that it's perfectly torqued, right? You have to make sure those lug nuts are perfect, otherwise the wheel can fly off. Everything is torqued correctly, both sides, right? Finally, I have a chance to put those hubcaps back. I will be checking the brake fluid level, right? And I will be finally ready to go for that test drive and find out if those brakes, the C's from brake calipers, were related to that shake at certain speeds. Do you want to go with me on the test drive and see if it got fixed? Anytime you work on the brakes and you are entering vehicle, you want to start up the vehicle, make absolutely sure you pump that pedal. I had a really good friend of mine and he was working on cars. I asked him what was the worst thing you ever did. He said, yeah, I did a brake job and I didn't pump the pedal right, making sure that everything is out and double, triple check. So I started up, put it in the reverse. The car started going back and I stepped on the brake pedal, but there was nothing. There needed to be these 3 pumps, right? So he hit the car behind him. He was like, oh, well, at least nobody got hurt. My pedal, it's perfectly hard, rock solid, right? So let's go for that test drive. There was the brake warning light displayed right here. It was on, despite the fact I had a level perfectly. Always make sure it goes all the way to max. Even if it's slightly, the sensor can be showing that it's not enough. So I disconnected it, put it back, the light didn't go off, but after tapping it, right, the sensor finally caught inside and started measuring correctly, so I'm ready to go. So I'm ready to take off, right? I will confirm again that the brakes are good, so let's see. See that? It's perfectly working. It's definitely the action changed. It's braking way better. Tell me what you think about her transmission. I put it in the comments. I think it's too noisy. Let me give you a chance to hear it right now. Maybe in the first and second gear it's more noisy, but we are here on the nice stretch of the road. I will be able to catch all these speeds. So let's start right here. Before it was shaking, the steering and everything will shake at 40. Will really be there, the steering, right? I'm barely touching it with my finger. It still slightly, very slightly pulls to the right, but no shaking. I'm not holding that steering wheel, but this is perfect. The car doesn't shake right now, but then it moved to the 48, right? Let's see. Look, the steering is absolutely steady at the 48, around 50. So here we go. I will step on it. Let's go to 58. And these cars can pass me, yeah, whatever. Go ahead, guys. And let's see. This road is limit 55, so let's see. And if you can see with me, I have to be touching it a little bit. But the vehicle was shaking before, right? Not the way it will throw me out of the car, but it was shaking. Look at the steering, I'm not touching it, right? So it's a 60, normally cars shake around 60, 55. It's not doing anything. So I'm confirming you, showing you, look, these people, oh yeah. That's a CHP watching this road a lot. Be careful, guys. They will take you down. Anyway, look at it. We have a proof, nothing's shaking at all at the various speeds. We have a proof that the seized brake calipers are one of the reasons why you will have a shakes at certain speeds. Right? First it was reported at a 40, and I switched the tires around. It moved to the 48 or 58, I forgot. I wrote it down. But look, no shaking. The vehicle drives beautifully, this truck, right? Now let's see, going down slowly, nobody's behind me, I can slow down. Look at it, no shakes whatsoever. We have a 40, and it's perfect. There's no problem at this moment. Listen for me for the transmission, I will go through those low gears. Will you not say that those low gears are too noisy? I know these cars pretty well, and I will say that's not okay. I think it's too much noise. I saw in her history that she topped the transmission gear oil somewhere in past last year, but I will definitely think the oil should be changed, and I put it in the notes for her. Anyway, my friend, what do you say? This is a success. What do you say? Is it good? Is it success? Look, the car is not shaking at all. It's wonderful, wonderful. She will be very happy. I was in the time crunch here because she wants to come and pick it up in 1 hour, so I'm sweaty, I was flying around. This was a time problem. But fortunately, O'Reilly had the parts again. Thank you, guys. It was wonderful. And the truck is ready for the owner to rock and roll. Right? So thanks for watching. And make sure you are subscribed. I have a ton of videos about Toyotas coming to you out of my shop. See you later, my friend.